Hey everyone, welcome back to another video review. Today we're going to be looking at the CM Stormtrooper case. At first this case looks gorgeous, and well, that's what it is. And I think this is due to the fact that CM Storm has added a nice rubber coat to the front panel and top panel. This looks great and also feels very nice. As this case is a big size tower and has quite a lot of features, it is also not surprising that it is a little on the heavy side. Luckily though, they have given this case a strong handle on the top to carry it around. If you have a look at the front panel, we can see that there are 9 5¼ inch mesh bay covers, and that the bottom one right here is a 3.5 to 5¼ inch bay cover. And you can take these out very easily, just like this. So you push one side and they come out, and you can see that they double as a dust filter. Right here there is also a 2.5 inch hot swap bay for 2.5 inch devices. And on the very bottom there is a little compartment which you can get to very easily. And to do so you take off this little panel here in the front, and you do that by pushing 2 buttons on the side. It comes off very easily. And what you do then is screw out 2 screws, one on each side here, and then you can slide out this compartment. And inside here you will find all the included accessories which come with this case. And the included accessories are these, so all the needed screws, zip ties, an extension cable, so an 8-pin extension cable for your CPU power, a 5¼ to 3.5 inch adapter, so for 3.5 inch devices, a motherboard speaker, a little tool to help you install motherboard standoffs, and this little clip which can actually help you secure the side panel of your case when you're going to LAN parties, for example. Now, having a look at the top panel, you can find the power button, reset button, 2 USB 3 ports, an eSATA port, 2 USB 2 ports, a microphone and headphone jack, and the power LED as well as the hard drive activity LED. And then there are a couple more buttons here for controlling the fans inside your system, but I will show how this works when I've actually built my system inside this case. Moving over a little more to the back of the case, there's a very convenient handle right here which is actually mounted to the steel frame of the case, so this is very strong and this is very useful when you're going to LAN parties. And also know that underneath this handle it's all open, so actually you can see the dust filter right here for the top mounted fans, so just note that this is open here, don't expect this to be closed. And then of course right here there's a lot of ventilation, so mesh, and this is for the top exhaust fans. Now you can take the top panel off as well by pressing 6 latches on the inside of the case, so right where my hands are right now. And when you've done that, the top panel comes off just like that. And now you can clearly see that this handle is attached to the steel construction of the case. You can also see that there's another handle here in the back, so there's actually 2 handles, and this is very good, so you have it can be very stable when you are carrying this around. So you can see the front panel here a little bit more naked, and yeah, we have a dust filter right here which we can take out like that. We don't actually have to take out the top panel for that, but yeah, this is the dust filter for the top mounted fans. And on top we have a 200mm exhaust fan, but you can replace that by 2 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans. Now the left side panel, as you can see, has a lot of mesh, and luckily they've added some kind of dust filter for that. With this side panel you have the option to install up to 2 extra 120mm intake fans. On the right side panel then you have some mesh, and this is where the air from the hard drive fans will be going through. Now note that for both side panels there's actually some mesh right here as well. There is no dust filter there. Note that these side panels are bended out a little, so you can see that right there. And for this side it will of course help with cable management. And now if you can turn the case around, you can have a look at the back of the case. So right here there's the dust filter for the top fans, so you can take it out like that. And there's grounded holes for water cooling tubes to go through. You have the hole for the motherboard's I/O shield. There's the included 140mm exhaust fan, but you can replace this with a 120mm exhaust fan, or for a liquid CPU cooler, for example. Then there are 9 expansion slot covers, and there's another one right here with the Storm Guard feature. And this means that you can take the cables of your peripherals, so your mouse or keyboard for example, you can tangle them around the holes here. So if you take the little plate out first, of course, and then you put plate back in right here, and you close your computer, you close the side panel, you even can use a lock right there, right here, so with that little clip I showed you earlier. And then your peripherals will be safe for during LAN parties, for example, so they won't get stolen. And then finally on the bottom there is the room for ATX power supply. If we have a look at the inside of the case, we can see that it is all black. The motherboard tray has a very big cutout for the CPU coolant retention plate, and also it has a lot of conveniently placed cable management holes as well as many punch outs. So you can see all the cable management holes around here. You have a couple on top there, and there's a very big one on the bottom here, and these 3 are grommeted. And you can also see the punch outs, which are right here. And well, those are all very conveniently located. In the back of the case you can again see the included 140mm fan as well as the 200mm fan here on the top. And if we move down we can also see that this fan has a black cable, and this is just like all the other cables in this case, so they're all black and that looks very nice. And also note that this fan has a 3-pin to 4-pin Molex adapter. And you can also see the 9 expansion slot covers which all have thumb screws. Also the Storm Guard has a thumb screw. And a bit lower we can see the space for the power supply, and you can see that there are 2 rubber rests here for the power supply to rest on. Having a look at the front, we can see that there are 9 5¼ drive bays. Now as you can see, these 2 right here are hard drive cages, and they both have a 120mm red LED fan, and these hard drive cages are installed in the 5¼ drive bays. And there are a few cool things you can do with these cages. First, you can take them out and spin them 90 degrees so that you have the airflow going from the front to the rear of the case instead of from one side to the other. But of course you can also just leave a hard drive cage out and then have room for the 5¼ devices. Now to install a hard drive, this is very simple. You take the hard drive and you put that on top of the hard drive bracket. So basically you just put it on top there like that. So this is on very sturdy, and then you slide in the hard drive cage like that, and that's it. And note that you can install up to 8 3.5-inch hard drives in these hard drive cages, or you can also install 2.5-inch hard drives in these brackets, so you would have to screw them using these holes right here. But note that on the bottom of the case there is another hard drive cage right there, and in this cage you can install an extra 4 2.5-inch devices. And note that if you take out this hard drive cage together with the little toolbox or compartment here in the front, you can actually install 2 120mm fans here on the bottom, and actually also a 240mm radiator. Alright, and the build is on, as you can see, and it was very easy to do. There was no trouble at all, there was a lot of space to put everything in, and cable management went easy. I had to take some time to put the cables for the fans and the fan controller away though, but yeah, that went well. And the overall installation is easy, nothing to report on that, and well, nothing negative to report on that. Yeah, it's perfect. As you can see, I just built this in a few, like, half an hour quickly, and this is the result. And yeah, let's quickly have a look here. So you can see that I didn't take away the little hard drive cage right there, so there's a lot of space for a long power supply there, and together with the hard drive cage right there, so that one can stay. What else? Yeah, I didn't have to use the extension cable for my CPU power cable, so but that is because my power supply has long cables. As you can see, I only kept one hard drive cage like this, so this one actually is the one with the hard drive, and that one takes air from the side and moves to the other side, and the top one actually is well, you know, orientated to blow air from there through there, and that will cool my graphics card. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's have a look at the other side now. Alright, and this is the other side. As you can see, the cables are you know, all over the motherboard tray there. This is a quick cable management job, so normally I would like plug them together more nicely, but this is like done in half an hour once again. Anyway, yeah, this is a cable management. Used a couple of zip ties here and there, well, quite a lot, but yeah. Use some zip ties, and yeah, further is no problem as there's a lot of space for cables to hide cables. The side panel went on without a problem, pretty much or no resistance from the cables at all. And yeah, nothing really else to report here. I'm going to quickly show you where the fan cables are. So you know, the front panel has a fan controller, so there are fan cables, cables for fans coming through here, and I tucked them away right here. And then there's a fan power going right here to this Mobile X connector, and this will power the front panel together with the top fan and the fan for the well, the two 120mm front intake fans. And yeah, that's basically it for this entire build, and I'm gonna get to my conclusion, I guess. Alright, so as I said, I was going to show you guys how that fan controller worked. Quickly, I'll look at the red LEDs of the fans, so you can see that they are quite bright, so that looks quite nice. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the front panel here. As you see, first, nice logo here from CM Storm, and that looks quite nice. And I said nice way too many times now. Okay, so the fan controller. I'm gonna take some dust away here. Whatever. The fan controller. First off, there's one button here, and this one is to turn on or off the lights of the LEDs. So you can turn them on or off. And as you can hear, there's a very annoying beeping noise, and that's also with the other buttons. So this one is to, of course, increase the speed of the fans. So that's step one. So you have 6 settings. And you might hear that it is running a bit louder already. And let's turn it down again. Alright, so this is a very nice feature. The only thing that I kinda dislike, and which many other people seem to dislike, is the microwave sound of the buttons. So they should at least have added a jumper somewhere if you open the front panel or something. If you open the top panel, if you take that off, that you can take away and then, like, you know, don't have the sound anymore. So I don't know. They should have added at least that. But yeah, overall that function is awesome, and the front panel looks awesome, everything looks awesome. And then finally, as always, let's have a look at the bottom of the case, where you can find 4 feet with rubber on them, so that's of course good if you don't want to scratch the surface of your desk or floor. And then there are 2 dust filters, one right here for the intake of your power supply, and another one right here for the optional fans on the bottom. Now I recommend, if you install your computer in the system, that in this case that you take the dust filters out a little, because there's a little clip right here which locks them, and it won't be very practical when the case is standing up to take these dust filters out. So as I said, I recommend to you know, pull them out just a little, and then you can take them out very easily. Alright, well basically this case overall has a lot of options and features, and it looks really great. It has pretty much everything you need for a gamer case. It has a lot of airflow, temperatures. I tested them, and they were quite good. As well, you know, everything stayed very cool while playing games and doing some stress tests. And well, cooling is perfect, airflow is perfect with the installed fan, certainly for a basic gaming system. You have a lot of options for extra fans as well. There are dust filters everywhere, so that's perfect. Trying to look for something negative here, and I'm thinking about the dust filters on the side. The mesh here is actually some kind of double mesh. So there's a mesh, the one you can see here, and there's some mesh behind that. And I think that should be actually a dust filter, or it's supposed to be a dust filter, at least. And well, yeah, it will hold back some dust, but you cannot take that out very easily, or you just can't take it out. And of course, then cleaning that will be difficult. And there's no dust filter here, so perhaps that's a little negative thing. Those are a few things that always come up again with every case almost. Side panel dust filters. Anyway, besides that, the looks are great. You know, the rubber coat is really nice. You have a very cool front panel. The only negative thing there with the fan controller is the microwave sound. I can't understand why they do that, but I don't understand why they don't give you the option to at least turn that sound off, because it's quite annoying. I mean, I just have to sit here. It's like I'm setting my microwave or something for something. Yeah, no, microwave, whatever. It sounds weird. I don't like that, but whatever. But actually those are the only negative things, so the side panel dust filter kind of thingies and the fan controller on top, those are the only things that I dislike. Other than that, there's a lot of space inside the case to work. Good cable management, very good cable management. You have 9 expansion slot covers, you have one a storm guard expansion slot. You can install very long power supplies, while you can even keep that little hard drive cage for 2.5-inch hard drives, so for SSDs mainly probably. The front is very modular, so you know, for the hard drive cages it's very nice. And yeah, it's perfect for LAN parties. And oh yeah, perhaps what would have been nice if they included some wheels for this case. They have handles and all that, and it would be nice for well, it is probably very nice for LAN parties, but the only thing I miss is the option to install wheels. I checked even the holes, which are well made for the feet, and there aren't any extra holes for wheels, so perhaps that would have been a nice option to have that. But anyway, there's nothing really I can complain heavily about with this case, so this case certainly deserves the Brilliant Award. And well, thank you for watching this video review. If you have any questions or comments, leave them here below or go to the website, and that is www.CCReviews.eu. You can also always email me. And well, don't forget to subscribe and like, and thanks to Cool & Monster for sponsoring us for this video review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.